The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County over the last 24 hours is 3,348, with 102 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 33 additional cases were reported, with no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Bella Shaw. It's Thursday, February 17th. Los Angeles County reached another grim milestone this week. More than 30,000 deaths now have been attributed to COVID-19. As mentioned at the top of the broadcast, an additional 102 deaths were reported throughout the county just in the last 24 hours. That's the second highest daily death count recorded in 11 months. And while there have been no new reports of another variant circulating that could threaten vaccine effectiveness, health officials say the number of new cases and hospitalizations must continue to decline. The county's public health director, Dr. Barbara Ferrer, said, "While entering post-surge is welcoming news, we're all aware that post-surge does not mean the pandemic is over, or that transmission levels are low, or that there won't be additional unpredictable waves of surges in the future that will require integrated public health measures." After 7 consecutive days of reporting less than 2,500 new COVID-19 positive cases, Los Angeles County officially lifted its outdoor mask mandate. Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer let the county's Board of Supervisors know this week that outdoor mask requirements will be formally lifted at 12:01 Wednesday morning. And this move coincides with the state's lifting of its indoor mask wearing requirement for fully vaccinated residents, although that mandate is still in place here in Los Angeles County regardless of vaccine status. Dr. Ferrer says the county's indoor masking rule will remain in place until the county's virus transmission rate falls to the moderate level as defined by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and remain at that level for at least 2 weeks. Ferrer says the county's rate is continuing to decline, and at the current pace, it should reach the moderate level by mid-March, which means the indoor mask requirement could possibly be lifted by the end of March. The county continues to encourage residents to get vaccinated, especially those in underserved and higher impacted communities, stating vaccination levels still remain fairly low among children ages 5 to 11. She says improving vaccination rates remains a priority since vaccines provide both significant protection for the vaccinated person and for the community around them. The California Department of Health announced a new, smarter approach to handling the next phase of the state's pandemic response. As California and the rest of the country get ready to potentially emerge from the pandemic, state officials unveiled plans to be more prepared in the event of another potential health crisis or disaster. California Governor Gavin Newsom, along with the state's Human Health Services Secretary, Dr. Mark Ghaly, are rolling out a smarter plan as the next phase of California's COVID-19 response. In this next phase, Newsom says the state must be smarter than ever, using the lessons of the last 2 years to approach mitigation and adaptation measures through effective and timely strategies. SMARTER is actually an acronym for shots, masks, awareness, readiness, testing, education, and RX. Officials say they hope this will better prepare leaders for future influxes of this and other viruses. Getting your hands on a home COVID test may be much easier now. The White House COVID-19 response team announced more than 50 million households have received their free home kits from the federal government. That's more than 80% of those who ordered their tests online, with roughly 10 million still waiting for their box of tests to arrive. A senior advisor to the White House says those should arrive sometime this week. Since mid-January, an order of 4 free COVID-19 home tests were made available per household at covidtest.gov in partnership with the United States Postal Service. The White House expects to distribute 1 billion tests. Getting a COVID-19 vaccine while pregnant can protect babies after they are born. It can also lead to fewer hospitalized infants. That's according to a U.S. government study released this week, a first of its kind to show potential benefits to infants born to people who receive 2 doses of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines during pregnancy. Researchers from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say until this study, they have not had the data to demonstrate whether these antibodies might provide protection for the baby against the virus. Infants in the study were treated at 20 hospitals in 17 states from July 2021 through mid-January of this year, during both the Delta and Omicron surges. Researchers looked at data on 176 children under 6 months old who were hospitalized with COVID-19 and 203 in the hospital for some other condition. They also looked at their mothers' vaccination statuses. Vaccination rates were much lower among mothers of babies with COVID-19. About 2/3 of pregnant people in the U.S. are fully vaccinated. Most got the shots before pregnancy. The CDC says the results offer yet another reason for pregnant people to get vaccinated. Leftovers from the Super Bowl are going to a very good cause thanks to a unique partnership. The LA Mission is working with the NFL and the LA Regional Food Bank to repurpose food and materials that are left over from Super Bowl Sunday at the SoFi Stadium. Chef Eric Grant with the Mission is working to create meals from the food that was not served during the game. The NFL has delivered thousands of food, groceries, and drinks, and Chef Grant says the Mission can use the ingredients to make things like jambalaya, sandwiches, and more. Besides food, other donations from the game can help replenish the Mission's warehouse, which stocks items such as decor, fabric, and furniture to help those in need. Susan Groh, the Associate Director of NFL, says the league has focused on recovering and donating food and materials from signature events such as the Super Bowl for more than 20 years. Game organizers say they want nothing to go to waste and are donating items to a total of nearly 24 nonprofits. The Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority received a large grant to fund transit agencies to pay their employees and maintain essential services. The money comes from the Federal American Rescue Plan, and LA Metro will receive $1.24 billion. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg announced the funds are intended to help agencies like LA Metro and others around the country maintain operations during the pandemic. Metro currently employs about 11,000 workers and in 2020 provided nearly 215 million trips. Alaska Airlines launched a fee-based subscription service this week. This will allow people to fly to a number of U.S. airports, including routes between 16 West Coast cities, depending on the membership type you choose. It's called the Flight Pass, and it's one option for travelers who want more flexibility and spontaneity in their vacations. The subscription service starts at $49 a month and could go up to $749 a month at the highest level, depending on how many flights you want to take a month. And when booking flights, travelers will need to pay an additional fee to cover government taxes and airport fees for each flight, on top of the monthly membership, but airline officials say that cost is going to be nominal. Destinations include popular stops within California, along with Reno, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. Travelers will also have 100 daily flights to choose from throughout the Flight Pass network. Flight Pass tickets are eligible to go towards their miles and elite status. Well, as we head into the weekend, be sure to tune into Weekends in Torrance. New episodes air at a special time this week, 4 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, check out a new beer that Polypeptide Group and Scholb created together to celebrate a special beer benefiting Torrance libraries. Then Mayor Patrick Fury and Torrance firefighters challenged the Torrance and South Bay communities to donate blood at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. And on Sunday, City Cable's Christine Lee introduces viewers to one employee at a local golf course and shares how he is celebrating Black History Month. These stories and much more will be aired this weekend starting at 4 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Verizon Fios Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. The Western Museum of Flight has an exciting opportunity for a real-life history lesson. Located at the Torrance Airport, the nonprofit will host a celebrity lecture this Saturday, February 19th. The event begins at 11 a.m. and features Marine Corps veteran A-4 pilot Captain Doug Kirsch. He will share his experiences in Vietnam, flying close air support missions in support of Marine Corps ground operations. He also joined a squadron deployed on an aircraft carrier in the Mediterranean. Kirsch will provide brief history of the origin and development of this remarkable aircraft. What a fascinating way to learn about our history from a wartime hero. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. It's Random Acts of Kindness Day, and Torrance-based nonprofit, the Utopian Society Project, is inspiring people to spread kindness by partnering with the city to post encouraging signs. And local business Party in My Yardie posted its giant yard sign today to greet drivers with a kind message. What a thoughtful way to show how Torrance truly cares. Now, if you have a great story, an upcoming event, a photo, or video you'd like to share, just email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.